Hey everybody, this is NSeags here, or Seagulls Cool, or Brandon Redfield, and today we're back for another video. Today's video is me going to explain to you guys two skills that have really helped me develop as a player in competitive gaming and just gaming in general, and it really has shaped me into what I am, and has really helped me form my persona of how I play. Basically, what I'm trying to say is a big part of how I play. Now, the skill I have is broken up into two parts. We're gonna start with the first part, which involves two words. These words are realistic and optimistic. Realistic is kind of how it's kind of how it sounds. If you think something is like set in stone, you're realistic, or if like something seems obvious, like like this is a stupid example, but like a mouse versus a cat. Realistically, the cat's gonna win. That is basically what realistic is. Or like the NBA Finals this year, when the Golden State Warriors were up 3-1 against the Cavs. It was realistic the Golden State was gonna win. Now, optimistic is kind of like the opposite of realistic, I guess you could say. It's basically you have a sense of hope. Realistic, optimistic people are always the ones that have more. They're, they never give up. They're never die attitude. They have hope, and it's kind of like they think outside the box. They don't think something is set in stone. It's an example again about the NBA Finals. The Cavs came back optimistically. A lot of Cleveland fans thought that. But yeah, so that's the first part about my little skill. The realistic and optimistic, which is actually probably the biggest part about this. And then the second part is I can read that in my opponents. Now, what I mean by that is I know how realistic and optimistic is, so I can I can basically, if I can put myself in the situation that my opponent is in at that exact moment, and basically realize the play that they might make because I'm thinking optimistically or realistically, and that's how a lot of decisions are for some people when it comes to gaming. Now, I'm gonna do a example of how this affects me, and basically how this affects me, and this is something I'll probably do in an actual game, and I can relate this to many other things. So, let's get right into this. Okay, so this is the scenario I have. I'm in a 1v1 on Fringe SMD. I am on the offensive side. The bomb is down inside dub. I have a Kuda, and my opponent, I know for a fact, has a VMP. There is 15 seconds left. So, I turn around this corner, I get on this head glitch, I see my opponent about right where those barrels are. Right on there. Right there. Now, let me give you both scenarios from realistic and optimistic. Realistically, in my head, this is me thinking, I'm not thinking for the other person yet. Realistically, I'm thinking, I have a Kuda, I know for a fact he has a VMP. The Kuda has a better range and accuracy than the VMP. Realistically, I should win this gunfight. So that's the realistic side. That's 100% realistic. Now let's go 100% optimistic. I turn the corner, I know he has a VMP, I have Kuda. This is where I think for the other person. I'm thinking for him in the optimistic side, and thinking, wow, okay, what if he's having an optimistic hope in him, where he's like, what if he's like, oh, I have godlike VMP shots, I believe I can kill this guy, even knowing he's on this head glitch, even though he has a Kuda, I believe I can win this gunfight. And it might be true, and he can just shred me off of that head glitch. So, now let me give you scenarios of the realistic side and the optimistic. So, realistically, I would say it challenges gunfight. Obviously, it's probably not the best play for that, because obviously, if he does have godlike VMP shots, he will wreck me, and it'll be a dumb decision to sit there and take the shots. Now, optimistically, I would be afraid that he would, have godlike VMP shots, and I would not want to challenge gunfight. So I would run away, and I would try and go into dub and get the bomb. But we all know in that scenario, there's 15 seconds left. The guy already saw me turn this way. I can't go that way to get the bomb. I have to go this way to pick up the bomb and plant. So he's just going to be framing one of these ways. So either way, I have a great, great chance of losing the fight. So, an easier, or not the easier, but a play that I create in my head at the exact moment is the half and half. Balance, optimistic and realistic. So, let me take some of the realistic side. So I want to take the realistic part where I'm saying I have the CUDA. So I have the CUDA, correct? And realistically, it does have better accuracy and range at a longer distance. So let's remember that. Let's put that in your head. And I'll put that in my head. We'll remember that. That's the realistic part. So that's the 50% from the realistic part. We know that. Now, the optimistic part is, there is always a chance that he could outgun me at that range no matter what, and I could just get destroyed. So, now let's put those together. Now, I have a 50, half of that decision is made from, I still have a CUDA, he still has a VMP. I have to remember that, I have to use this. The other side is, I can't count out that guy. I can't guarantee a gunfight because I just have a CUDA. So, I have that information set in my head. So now, I have to make a play from the realistic and optimistic point of views of each of those. So, let me just make this little line here. So, alright, that seems good. Alright, so this is the play that I would most likely make in this exact scenario in a Fringe S&D. Now, I don't think I've ever come across this scenario, but just because of how I know how my brain is, I know how it works, I know that I've used this realistic, optimistic thing many times in real games. This is the play that I would do. So, let me split that little line. This is my play. I hop on this little board. I go on the wall run. I boom, boom. Now let me redo that a little better. I did that pretty bad. So you get on this board, and I'll explain it while I do it. I wall run. I jump up a little bit. I boost out. I boost. Gosh, I run out of boost. I'm sorry, guys. I get on the wall run. I jump, boost, boost right. Okay, now let me explain how that is worked in with my decision. So, behind this, I still have the range advantage. So that's why I made that little line, so that way in my mind, I know I shouldn't pass this line. Because the further I move up, let me tell you why doing this is not the better idea. So you wall run, you go this. That's not the better idea, because let me tell you why. You're pushing forward, you're losing the range advantage from the CUDA, and the VMP advantage is going to go up. So you're giving your opponent a higher chance if you push up. So, if you keep the range advantage, you still have the CUDA range. Exactly, so that's the realistic side. Now the optimistic side is the movement. So I'm getting on the wall run, so I'm already elevating myself, so that's going to make his aim a little bit off, right? Then I boost this way, I boost up to the right. So, let me explain how this is going to mess him up. So again, I'm elevated, I'm going that way, I'm going that way. So the movement I'm making is, I'm running forward, I boost a little bit, then go up a little bit. So his aim is going to be following me. So this is how it'll look from his point of view. If he's like right here, because if he sees me, he's going to be like right here instead of right here. Because if he sees me run around the corner, he's going to start running his way over to dub to check it. So if he's right here, he's going to see me, he's going to start dragging. And then I'm going to go up, and he's going to go that way, and then I'm already shooting when he's not even shooting. Because again, the VMP does have a harder, aim than a CUDA. So it's going to be harder for him to especially jerk up. So again, so it's like, boom, boom. Probably one of the best ways I did it right there. Is he's going to be jerking so much of his VMP, because he's going to have to immediately point it towards this direction, keep jerking it this way, to the right, and then he's going to have to pull it up. He's going to have to pull it up, so he's going to have to pull all the way to the right, then pull it up quickly. But that again, is going to mess him up, and that's going to give me the advantage of this gunfight. And that's why I would say this is the best opportunity to win this gunfight if you follow that. And, excuse me. But let me just show you it one more time of how it should go. Boom, boom. And like the pool to the right isn't that, like, it's not huge. It's not like I'm going like zoo. It's kind of more of like a. But that could lead to a giant miss aim by him. Because if you can do something unexpected, that's going to destroy him. So again, let's go over what factors I'm keeping here. I'm staying behind this imaginary line I have built in my head, and whenever I'm going on this wall run, I just stay behind the line. I've never went forward on that line. Now, let's do it. Now, that's the realistic side. I'm keeping the range with the Kuda. That's obviously going to give me an advantage right off the bat. Now, I get on the wall run again. I go boom, boom. I give myself some movement that throws off his aim, because the fear we had of the optimistic side is if his aim was incredible and it didn't matter about the range. So I just threw off his aim and I kept my range. That's giving me such a high advantage in this gunfight that I have such a high chance of winning it. That's the example I wanted to show you guys. And again, I've been using the my optimistic, realistic little skill I've had since my first competitive game, which was just Resistance Fall of Man, and it's been helping me ever since. If you guys want to work on this and like get this skill, just go into like a private match to start off, and then like make up these little scenarios in your head and make the realistic side and optimistic side of it, and then maybe go into a public match and talk about realistic and optimistic skills. But yeah, I hope this really helped you guys. Like, maybe it helped you guys realize, oh, I'm doing this wrong. Maybe, like, you know, I'm doing the exact thing wrong, and I'm running away from the gunfight, or I'm keep challenging, and I die a lot. Or I'm losing a round for my team, or just in a 1v1. And I really need to fix that. Or you just want to up your skill level, maybe, and maybe this will help you. Whatever way, if this did help you, I'm very glad, because this is kind of what I want the video to be. Also, just to show you guys how, like, my mind works, I guess. But, yeah, I, again, hope it really helped you guys, in any way possible. I had a great time making this video. It was a lot of fun. Again, a lot of fun showing you guys how my mind works. And, that's about it. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.